Stay Tuned Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of a drunken degenerate watching the National Football League.
And welcome everybody to Stay Tuned Sports. Oh, this is higher. That's not where it's supposed to be. Anyway, look at me, unprepared as we go to air. That's not a surprise. Thank you everybody for joining us here on Stay Tuned Sports. My name is King, and we're getting ready to watch the Washington Redskins take on the Kansas City Chiefs live from Arrowhead Stadium in beautiful Kansas City, Missouri. Will Taylor Swift be in attendance? I certainly hope so. That's why I got the Taylor counter there. A brand new one where she's looking all hot and laying down. Her titties are out. It's beautiful. It's lovely. I love it. But thank you for joining us here on Stay Tuned Sports. ELS already in the chat. Great to see you. Seahawks flock in the chat. Great to see you as well. I'm back, baby. Does he say, Crafty preparing himself for the 8 hours of intros? And I swear to Christ, Crafty, I swear this to the old gods and the new. I'm gonna make a 10-hour intro. I swear it. I swear it. One day before a game, like I'll do it for like a Sunday 1 o'clock game, and I will make sure that I get that. It'll be what? It'll start at 3 a.m. I will start an intro at 3 a.m. just for you. I will do. I swear it. I swear I'll do a 10-hour countdown intro just for you, just to twist your nipples. I swear it. But thank you everybody for joining us here at Stay Tuned Sports. If you like any part of this broadcast, and I don't know why you would, but if you do, please hit that like and hit that share button. Helps us out tremendously. The likes help us with the algorithm. The shares, obviously you get more people to see. If they come here, they like it. Hey, this is nice. Also, if this is your first time here and you'd like to, it would be nice if you did. Hit that subscribe button and the little notification bell next to it. Let you know whenever we go live. It would be fantastic if you did so. We are on our road to 1,000, hopefully, to get monetized here by YouTube so that we can instantly get demonetized because my ass can't stop saying curse words. Even though I said I swore that I wasn't going to swear. I swore I wouldn't swear, but I keep on swearing, and I don't know how to not do it. I'm trying. I'm trying to become a better man. I really am. But it's a process. We're on the road to that, too. We're on the road to not cursing as we're on the road to 1,000 subscribers. Also, if you'd like to help us out a little bit more directly, we have a link for our donation station in the top of the chat and in the description below. Same for our merch store. Brand new merch, ladies and gentlemen. We have brand new Fuck the Refs merch, and I know I just said not to swear, but that's what the merch says. What do you want me to do? Actually, the F is blurred out. I did a graphical blur on it. So you buy the shirt, you don't have to worry about it because it is already blurred. You'll be walking around with the blur already. You don't have to worry about censoring yourself. It's already censored. Don't worry about it. But the message gets across, and especially after watching some of these games. Yesterday, Giants-Eagles game, atrocious. Buccaneers-Saints game, atrocious. Some of these games and some of these officials, atrocious. You can get that merch right now over at the Stay Tuned Sports merch store. Again, link is in the top of the chat and in the description below this video. As we're getting ready to do this, also I want to let you guys know, yeah, we have a little bit, not quite a paid sponsorship, but it's one of those things that, hey, listen, we'll go out, we'll see how it works. With our good friends over at Dubby Energy Drinks. Yeah, we've done it before. We've done it before here on Stay Tuned Sports. We've talked with W before, and we kind of went away a little bit. Now we're going to try it again. See if we can get something going with our good friends over there at Dubby. And, of course, if you've been having a little bit of a problem grinding through your day or staying up at night to study, to work, play games, or much like myself, watch these games, Jesus Christ, here, this is for you. Listen, you don't need any of those sugar crashes or mystery chemicals. I'm looking at you, Red Bull. Oh, wait, can we name the names? I don't know, but I'm looking at you. You don't have to worry about, you don't have to use those. You don't have to be like, man, I'm about to have a heart attack. Oh my God, I need that. That's what I need to go ahead and stay up. You don't need it. What you need is Dubby, the clean energy drink that is built for focus, stamina, and zero jitters. Ladies and gentlemen, that's all you have to know is that Dubby is packed with vitamins. It's got actual vitamins. It's actually good for you. It's got vitamins, and it's got science-backed neurofactor. It's got stuff in it that actually helps your fucking brain. Helps your brain just throb. Such a thick, throbbing brain. You're going to love it. Helps boost the brain, helps boost your body, and it doesn't have any of that junk. No sugar, no artificial flavors, just pure crash-free energy. That's all it is, ladies and gentlemen. You can get the energy you need, and you don't have to worry about crashing. You don't have to worry about looking like a crackhead. None of that. You can do that all with Dubby. So whether you're streaming for 3 games in a day, which I've done 4 games in a day, whether you're studying, whether you're lifting, whether you're smashing buttons, or hey, maybe if you're smashing, Dubby's got your back, man. Dubby's is the energy drink for you. Go to Dubby.gg right now. Use the code STSports for 10% off of your first order. That's DUBBY.GG. And don't forget the code STSports for your discount. Dubby Energy, be better. Also got their logo right down there, too. So, see, got a little read in it. We got a little advertising. We got all of that. Crafty in the chat says your brain will get big, so you'll need the Guardian helmet. Exactly. Maybe that's why Romeo Dobbs has to have his Great Gazoo helmet on him, because he's got so much of that throbbing neurofactor Dubby energy in his brain. He needs it. He needs it. See, Crafty. Now you're thinking. You have some of that neurofactor yourself, my friend. ELS in the chat says, also, fuck the Chiefs. So, see, it's not just me cursing. Everybody else in the chat's cursing. Even ELS, even our fresh-faced baby boy. A baby boy, ELS. He's cursing there in the chat as well. My God, ELS. What would your mother say? How dare you? I know I'm going to get yelled at and cursed at by my family because they say, you curse too much. Don't say that. You know your nephew watches you. Hi, Thomas. If you are watching, it's great to see you. Thank you so much for joining us. Don't tell your mom that I'm cursing a lot. Your mom will yell at me, and then I got to yell at your mom, and then it's a whole big thing. And I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. Thanksgiving's coming up. I know my nephew Thomas, he had his last JV game today. Let me see. Hold on. Let me grab my phone. I know he had his last, I think he had his last JV game today. So we'll see. Paul Wilson in the chat, he says F the Chiefs as well, coming from a Colts fan. ELS is in full throat with that. Yep. Crafty says that ELS is AI, so his mother is Microsoft. Your mother was a chip processor. What do we got here? I want to see if I can get an update on how he did today. I don't know what happened there. I don't know what happened here. No, I still don't know. Okay. Well, I didn't get any updates on it, so I don't know how he did. I certainly hope that he did well. Anything else I'm missing in the chat here so far? ELS is doing trivia tonight, by the way, too. If you want to join us in the chat and have some nice little trivia categories today, according to ELS, and we'll see how the questions are. Sometimes the questions are a little wonky. ELS he presents it to us, but sometimes they're worded a little weird. But we'll see. We'll see what we have today. Categories today are playoffs, not including the Super Bowl. So playoffs, non-Super Bowl. Players, colleges, team stats, season record holders, and a mystery, a little hodgepodge, a little old Alex Trebek hodgepodge category. Interesting. Wonder how that's going to turn out. Crafty says, "Hey, you don't have to worry about crashing. Boeing could use a few of those." Got to get that done. And we here at Stay Tuned Sports, Jimbo had been doing. He had something with them for a little while, and it's a scoopable energy. It's like a powder, and you mix it up. They got a lot of great flavors, and and the stuff's good. Like, you know what I mean? It's really not bad. Like, I'm not going to sit here and say like, oh, get something that it tastes like absolute ass, and you're going to do it. No, like I wouldn't do that. That's not me, man. I wouldn't do that. You wouldn't have me doing that to you, man. No, and I wouldn't. I'm not going to do that. Plus, I'm not getting any. Wait, this is one of those things. Like, if so many people use that code that I provide, it's like, oh, they know that they came from here, and then they throw like 5 cents or whatever it is towards my way. So we'll see what happens here. Oh, kickoff return. The Redskins all the way down to the 43-yard line already. Ah! I hit the wrong button again. And also the stream failed, so that's nice. I wonder what's going on here. So there we go. Now the stream's back. We'll see how long that lasts. ELS says Tucker Kraft won National Tight Ends Day. He was good, though. He has been very good. Jaden Daniels throws on first down to Debo. That's a gain of about 6 yards there. Redskins seem to be going with a high tempo here. Mariota, by the way, yeah, Daniels is not playing today. It's Mariota. Yeah, I know. I said Jaden Daniels. Sorry, that's my fault. My again, I'm trying to get everything here. I still haven't gotten that set right. There we go. Washington has the ball. I know. Daniels is out this week. I know. All right, I know. I see. I need some of that neuro factor from W to help get my brain back in the game. See? Everything's a sellable moment. Bill Krosky Merritt, get me points. I need points. I got to be ELS in the fantasy points. Give me some points here. But old Bill Krosky Merritt, he gets the first down. Moves the chains. Washington has a first down. They were at Kansas City's 45-yard line. Crafty says, is Jaden Daniels controlling the offense with his minds? If he's using Dubby, he is. So first and 10 from the 45. Mariota in shotgun. It is Mariota. Play action to Merritt. Throws to Debo. Debo's going to get it to about, where are they going to mark him? The 41? I think they're going to mark him out at the 41. Or they're going to give him the 45. They gave him the full 5. I didn't think they gave him the full 5. They gave him the full 5. Full 5. Crafty says, yeah, Jaden Daniels must have drank that Neurofactor stuff. He's controlling the offense from the sidelines with the power of his mind. Got to get him one of the Gazoo helmets. Play clock down to 2. Handoff to Merritt. I guess I should say Krosky. I should say the whole name. You should say the whole name. It's going to be 3rd and short again. 3rd and 3 coming up. Chris Jones comes back into the game here for Kansas City. Why do I look so low? I don't get it. I don't know. Either way, Mariota, he's going to pull it down and run it himself. Gets it down to the 31-yard line. First down, Redskins. Oh, boy. La-da-dee. 11:22 remaining here in the first quarter. Redskins opening drive, moving the ball rather well. 31-yard line of the Chiefs. Debo in motion. Quick throw to McCaffrey out on the end. That's going to be a gain of, it looked like 9, but they're only going to give him 8. Second and 2, or a very long one coming up here. Paul in the chat says, come on, Redskins, I need the 6. I was going to say something inappropriate about somebody needing a hard 6, but I'm trying to get more subscribers. I'm trying to get recommended on YouTube's front page. I gotta can't make all those jokes all the time. First down run there by old Billy Krosky Merritt. And the Redskins keep the drive alive. They are now technically in the red zone at the 19-yard line of the Chiefs. Mariota. Oh no! It bounced off of Debo's hands and is intercepted by the Chiefs. Oh no! What a great drive! And Debo just lets it bounce off his hands. What are you doing, Debo? Oh, that's 1,000,000,000,000,000% on Debo Samuel. ELS, don't forget, I also have Rashee Rice in my lineup too. So if he does well and Bill Krosky Merritt does well, maybe I got a chance. Chiefs fan 24/7 in the chat says that's how we play defense. I mean, the defense was kind of getting carved up there until Debo decided to let that bounce off his hands. So, I mean, listen, you took advantage of the situation when it presented itself, so you can't argue that. Right place, right time. Good job catching it. Debo's got to catch that ball, though. Debo has to catch that ball. That's, I mean, it's right in his hands. It's right in his hands, and he lets it go right through and bounces off the face. Like I said, that's not on Mariota. That's on Debo Samuel and only Debo Samuel, that particular turnover. It's a shame that it's going to go as Mariota as an interception. But again, how is that Mariota's interception? That's what bothers me about that. Pecan in the chat says, oh, no. Crafty says, Debo the gazebo. Doesn't even make sense, but I love it. Question 1, or trivia night here with ELS, your ringmaster, as it were. How many Lions have thrown passes during the 2024-2025 playoffs? So for, I guess, last season's playoffs. This is for playoffs, non-Super Bowl playoffs. How many Lions have thrown passes during the 2024-2025 playoffs? I want to say they only played one game, so I'll say 2. Maybe 2. I don't know. Did Goff get hurt in the game with the Redskins? I don't know, because obviously they're the Lions, so they run trick plays, so it's always a good thought to say there's probably 2. I'll say 2. I'll be conservative on the guess and say 2. Crafty in the chat, he's guessing 3. Paul Wilson in the chat says Hard 6 coming out. Great movie reference, Vegas Vacation. One of my favorites, dude. All the vacations are good. Obviously, Christmas Vacation is a holiday classic, a staple. Paul, his answer is 4 Lions. 1st and 10 for the Chiefs, and that's just going to be a run for about 3 yards. Was that Pacheco? It was Pacheco for 3 yards. 4. Goff threw it. David Montgomery, Jamison Williams, and Teddy Bridgewater. Yeah, I guess, yeah. So he did. Damn, look at that. I thought 3 was a lot. It ended up being 4. Holy shit. Hey, Paul Wilson gets the correct answer. Oh! And down goes Mahomes with a sack.
But too bad your ass got sacked.
I just realized Taylor's covering up the big old sack, but I mean, it's not the first time Taylor's covered up a big sack, so. Paul in the chat says, I'm the champion! Finally! Now, Paul says, I'm retiring on top. I refuse to answer any more questions. 3rd and 10 after the 3-yard sack there. Mahomes steps back. He looks. He's got time, but now he's going to pull it down. He's going to run it himself. Gets it to just short of the first down. Where's the spot? Where's the spot? It looks like it's going to be short. I called it short as I looked at it. Crafty in the chat says, Mahomes got sacked. That ball is... Yep, nope, that's short. That's just short, but it's short. Go back to when his foot is completely out. Yeah. It's about an inch or 2 short, but it is short. That's good to know you have just random volume shit playing. I don't like that. How are we doing there so far? Okay, I still got a long way to go in fantasy. Paul says, oh, they're going to go for it. They're going to go for it. Let's see if Washington can stop them. Again, it's like an inch. Yeah, right there he's out, and it's well short. Hand off to Hunt, and yeah, that's going to be a first down. He gets 5 yards on the gain, so. ELS says, put a wall in front of Mahomes. ELS is in the chat saying, build that wall. Build that wall. Got to keep Mahomes on the other side of the wall. Can't have a flood of Mahomes coming on here. Big wall, beautiful wall. Best wall you ever seen. 2nd and 9 coming up here for the Chiefs after really no gain on that particular run play. Mahomes is under center for this 2nd and 9 play from the Chiefs' 47-yard line. Worthy in motion. Throws wide open. Xavier Worthy down to the 11-yard line. Oh, he stepped out earlier. He kept on moving. I thought they were going to move him down there. They say he stepped out at the 26. So it's a gain of 27 yards, but a huge gain still for the Chiefs. If he could have stayed in bounds, that would have been even he would have been at the 11. Mahomes throws. He was looking for Worthy again. That's going to fall incomplete. 2nd and 10 from the Washington 26. ELS says first down Kansas City with 4 consecutive puke faces. That's interesting. By the way, thank you so much for joining us here on Stay Tuned Sports. My name is King. This is, again, Monday Night Football, watching the Redskins versus the Chiefs. If you want to come and join us in the chat, say hi, say hello, say how you doing, participate in the trivia that we have on here on Monday Night Football, go right ahead. It's open, ready for you, ready to go. Mahomes throws right into the dirt as he was hit as he threw. Got pressure there. 3rd and 10 coming up here for the Chiefs. Crafty in the chat, our resident dad joker, says Xavier is worthy of some coverage. First bot of the day. How you doing, bot? Thank you so much for joining us here and spreading your disgusting virus-filled links in here. But we do thank you. I don't know if that was insensitive or not, but let's be honest. 3rd and 10. Mahomes back. Throws. Oh, is that picked off? That is picked off. Intercepted. So we've gone interception for interception here. Hollywood Brown was the intended receiver. However, it was Lattimore who picks off, and now it's going to be 1st and 10 for Washington. They're deep in their own end, but the Chiefs end up without a score. Washington's very deep in their own. It's going to be down at their 6-yard line. Crafty says, to be fair, the bots are an indicator that you're making it big. Not making it big. That's not the case. Although I will say, this weekend's games, they did a little bit better. Instead of having 15 or 20 viewers, I had like 70, 80 viewers at the end, and now some of them even got up to over 100. So, not like there's been at least there's been a little bit more than that. I'm not the only 15 or 20 viewers, so that feels better. It does feel a little bit better. Question 2 in the chat here from ELS. This one goes for player colleges. Player colleges for 400. Where did Joe Flacco go to college? I know that one. Because I actually like their uniforms. He was a Delaware Blue Hen, I believe. And don't throw the answer up there if I'm right or wrong or whatever. Just wait for everybody else to get an answer, ELS. Crafty says deep in their own end. Is that even physically possible? I've seen a couple of videos on the old internet, Crafty. It's more than possible. Apparently, it's a very it's a very popular thing to do with some people. Crafty answers with a school. Where did Joe Flacco go to college? A school. Technically correct. The best kind of correct. Crafty says, screw. I'm telling you, I believe he was a Delaware Blue Hen. Old Delaware Blue Hens. What was I going to see here? I wanted to see. Oh, look at some of that Kansas City beef. Kansas City beef. Give me some of that beef. Oh, that was at Mahomes and Kelsey's restaurant? Oh, that's why it was called 1587. I got it. That's a handoff to Bill Krosky Merritt, and he gets it out to just past the 10-yard line. So here we go, 2nd and 6. It's going to be a pitch back to old Bill again. Bill's going to get it to the 15. It's going to be about 2 yards short, 3rd and 2 coming up here for the Redskins. 4:40 and counting here in the first quarter. If you're hanging out with us, thank you so much for watching along with us. If you're sinking along, my name is King. This is Stay Tuned Sports, and we're watching Monday Night Football here with the Redskins and the Chiefs, sponsored, of course, by Dubby. You can go to dubby.gg /ST Sports. Follow the link, and that's also the code. Go to w.gg, get your latest Dubby, and use the code ST Sports to get 10% off of your first order. Mariota's looking for an open receiver, and he gets it! McNichols gets it, and he runs it all the way up the right side of the field, and that's going to be a first down and a lot more. Move the chains. Washington offensively has looked good outside of the one mistake from Debo, which caused the interception on their opening drive. Washington has looked very good on offense here. That goes from the 15 all the way up to the 39-yard line of the Redskins. Mariota, he's going to run to the right. He looks like he was going to throw it away. Instead, I think it's caught by McCaffrey. And it is, let's see, catch, tap, tap. That's a, holy shit, what a catch. ELS in the chat says, I did pick the Redskins to win. I did not. I had the Chiefs. I thought the Chiefs would. Zach Ertz, he gets about 4 yards, maybe 5. Depends on where they decide to spot the ball, which when it comes to the officials, who knows? Which, by the way, get your new Fuck the Refs t-shirt over at the Stay Tuned Sports merch store. Top of the chat, bottom in the description. Links to that right there. Crafty in the chat says, toe tag swag. He also said, oh, Mahomes and Kelsey's barbecue place, huh? I hear that whenever Philadelphians visit, the place gets shut down. Oh, I see what you did. Although they did score 22? 22 in the Super Bowl. Just that the Eagles scored, a lot more. Bill Krosky Merritt, he's going to get, oh, I'm sorry, that's not Bill, that's Rodriguez. And he only gets about 2 yards. First time we've seen him carry the ball this evening. That's why I was a little taken aback. But now it's going to be 3rd and 3. Again, another 3rd and short here for the Redskins. Will they be able to convert? They've been able to do very well on these 3rd downs so far. Pardon me. Mariota steps back. He's getting pressured. He's trying to pull it down and run, but he's going to get sacked back at the 40.
But too bad your ass got sacked.
And it's going to bring up 4th and 6 for the Redskins from the 40-yard line. Trust your kicker. Are you going to? I mean, you're in that kind of gray area, no man's land between punt and field goal attempt. Redskins say, "Fuck it, we're going for it." Mariota in shotgun. 4th and 6 from the 40. They have to get to the 34-yard line. Throws over the middle, caught by Ertz, and that's going to be a first down for the Skins. Holy shit! They keep moving the chains. He got there. They just want to do the virtual measurements. They just want to say, hey guys, we got this cool new technology. It's kind of like the tennis thing. Look at this. So let's just wait around here for 5 minutes for this thing to generate its goofy ass computer image. He's there. He's at the line. When the knee's down, the ball is there. And it's right on the line there. So as long as the ball is touching that 34-yard line, that's a first down. They spotted that. That's a bad spot. That's a bad spot. They have that spotted all the way back. That's a bad spot. I would challenge the spot. I would 1,000% challenge that spot. If I'm Washington, I challenge that spot because that's an awful spot. When his knee goes down, the ball's at the 34. The ball's like the front end of the ball is on the 34-yard. Yes, you can challenge the spot. You can challenge the spot, Crafty. The spot is a challengeable call. Apparently, we know forward progress wasn't. Apparently, the officials in the Eagles and Giants game thought that reaching over for a first down is like reaching over for a touchdown. That once he crosses the first down marker, that ends the play. No, that's not how that works, but it doesn't matter. So for right now, the Chiefs have the ball again, but we'll see if the Redskins decide to challenge that, if they should, because that's a bad spot. Question 3 here from ELS. In case anybody wants to know, once we hit commercials, is when ELS usually pops these up here. And this is going to be for player colleges. Where did Patrick Mahomes go to college? He went to college a couple places. I think he got drafted out of Texas Tech, I believe, right? I think it was Texas Tech. But he bounced around. He was at a couple of colleges, I think. But I think Texas Tech is where he was Patrick Mahomes. If I remember correctly. Oh, hey, we had another bot. Look at that. No, I guess they didn't challenge it, and they're just running. Like, I don't know. Well, it doesn't matter now because the Chiefs first down. That's going to be a 5-yard loss. Holy shit! It's going to be a 4-yard loss, actually. Wow. So 2nd and 14 now. I guess no challenge. Yeah, I guess not a challenge. That's where I would have challenged that. I would have challenged that 1,000%. I would have challenged that. So 2nd and 14, Mahomes over the middle. He gets it to Rashee Rice. That's going to be caught at the 42-yard line, so that makes it 3rd and 4. They're going to say 41 is actually where they're going to mark him down. And that is going to be the last play of the first quarter. Ladies and gentlemen, we're already done. 1 quarter done. Pow. Quick. Fast. That's about a half-hour quarter there. The Redskins, nothing. The Chiefs, nothing. We've had a pair of interceptions. We've had a turnover on downs. Washington has looked good against this Kansas City defense, but have not been able to get any points as of yet. On a very questionable spot on a 4th down play. But, ow. Anybody got to see Predator Badlands? I don't know. Like I said, I still haven't seen Alien Earth. I know that was a thing that people were talking about wanting to go. You know, if that was good. I haven't checked out Alien Earth on FX, Hulu, whatever it is. And Predator Badlands looks like okay, I guess, but I don't know. I don't know what they're doing with that. I don't know what they're doing. Kind of like with Tron. I'm a big Tron guy, but all the things I heard coming out of Tron Ares from people who are of my like mind and love Tron as much as I do, and hearing them lament of what look at how they massacred our boy. I don't trust movies these days, man. I just don't trust what people do with them. I don't trust how I don't think people understand the core of some of these movies. By the way, question 4 is up here from ELS, and he wants to know which NFL team had the most kick return touchdowns in the 2024-2025 NFL season. So last season. That was the first year of the new kickoff, wasn't it? But I guess kick return is both kickoff and punt return. Whoever. I wouldn't be able to tell you. I really wouldn't. I really have no idea who that would be. I'll say it'll probably be like somebody random or something. I'll say like the Cardinals or something. It's got to be something like super random. Crafty says a movie where Jared Leto is portrayed as the perfect weapon. Hard pass. Yeah, I guess that was my thing. And it's not even Jared Leto. It's not that I have a problem with Jared Leto, because again, he doesn't write it. Like, he doesn't write these roles. He doesn't do anything like that. But like kind of what they just did to the entire backstory and lore of Tron. Juju Smith-Schuster, that's going to be a catch and a first down on 3rd and 4. He gets about 6 yards, and that's going to go to the Kansas. Gets 5 yards, actually. Kansas City 46-yard line is where they are lined up for 1st and 10. Like what they did to the entire built-up history lore of Tron already, that was built up obviously with the first Tron movie, Tron Legacy, which I think is a fantastic movie, one of my favorite movies of all time. With I think they had the cartoon one, the animated version, which set up even more of that lore. And then with this movie, they just threw that all into the bin. Mahomes gets a gain of about 7.5 yards. It's going to be 2nd and 3 from the Washington 47-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds. By the way, the answer to the question of what team had the most kick returns for touchdowns in the 2024-2025 season, that would be the Dallas Cowboys. Apparently, they had 2 kick return touchdowns, only 2. That got you to the top of the list. So 2nd and 3, Mahomes throws to Kelsey. It's a loss of a yard. Kelsey got it and then was immediately brought down by Reeves. So it's going to be 3rd and 4 with that yard loss. Travis was unable to swing his big redwood in the way, and instead he was chopped down for surplus lumber. Worthy in motion. Mahomes takes the snap in shotgun. Goes over the middle. That is going to be bobbled by Kelsey and intercepted by the Redskins. Oh, this is some kind of fucking game right now, man. I don't know what's going on. But now we've had 2 players. We've had Debo kind of supposed to catch the ball, bobbled it, intercepted. Kelsey now had it bounce off his hands where he should have caught it, intercepted. Weird things happening here on Monday night, ladies and gentlemen. Weird things afoot. Pecan says, all hail King Redwood. But not on that play. Not on that play. King Redwood He's gonna find himself his own personal lumberjack's gonna be pretty dry up, if you know what I'm saying, if he don't start performing better. And it's gonna be a dry valley. It's gonna be a dry gulch. Crafty just gives us a to the second interception of the night for Patrick Mahomes. Again, that one not Patrick Mahomes' fault. The one earlier, that was just a straight up great pick by Lattimore. This one, Kelsey should have grabbed it, just like Mariota's pick was Debo should have caught that. Instead, bounced it in the air and intercepted. This, again, not Mahomes' fault. Should have been caught by Kelsey. That's when it's 100% on Travis Kelsey not catching that ball. Crafty says, Kelsey got chopped down like Taylor just handed him a prenup. Oh, like they're not, like either one of them's not signing the prenup, dude. That prenup's going to be rock solid between the both of them. That thing, like, let's be honest. Once the lawyers saw that he proposed to Taylor Swift, each one of their lawyers they got redwoods after hearing that news. They were like, hourly retention rates. They were excited. ELS with question number 5. This one is, again, non-Super Bowl playoffs. Which playoff led the playoffs in receiving yards during the 20? What? Which playoff led the playoffs in receiving yards during the 2024-25 playoffs? I don't think you have to keep on saying 2024-2025. We know 2024 is last year. Which playoff led the playoff? I'm going to guess it's which player led the playoffs in receiving yards during the 2024-25 playoffs. I'm imagining I imagine that's what we're looking for there, using my reasons of deduction. A lot of playoffs in that sense. You figure it's got to be somebody fairly deep into the playoffs, right? You got to figure it's somebody fairly deep in there. Mariota, first down, throws over the middle. It's going to be caught by Ertz, and they are already down to the Kansas City 37-yard line. 1st and 10 Redskins. Yeah. So I'll say it's got to be someone that will, either in one of the championship games or Super Bowl. I guess A.J. Brown. I would make my guess. I would say it'd have to be like A.J. Brown or something. McLaurin, I think, is a good answer too. Could have been Terry McLaurin as well. I'll say A.J. I'll say A.J. Brown. That seems, from the champions, they went the furthest. They had a monster game in the Super Bowl as well. And again, this doesn't include the Super Bowl. I understand that, but even not including that, it feels like if you're including that. That in the playoffs, I think, to get there. Oh, no, wait, but then, because the Eagles, they had a bye, didn't they? So, yeah, then it wouldn't be them. So then I don't think I would be them. No, the Lions had a bye. The Eagles didn't have a bye. Denami Brown. We got 3rd and 2 coming up now from the Kansas City 29, by the way. I missed the first 2 rounds because I'm trying to think of who gained the most yards in last year's playoffs. But it was Denami Brown. Yeah, it's it. The Eagles didn't have a bye. Yeah, I forgot. I was like, the Eagles have a bye? No, the Lions had the bye, and they lost to the Redskins at home. Because their defense was, bar patrons. 3rd and 2, Mariota throws. He gets it to Ertz, but it's only good for about a half a yard. The Redskins' Gay has a bad back, so that's why he's not going to be kicking tonight. They did elevate their practice squad. They signed somebody to a practice squad today and then elevated them to the game, but that seems to be why Washington's going to be just like, hey, we're going for it every 4th down, and this is where we are. So Mariota on 4th and 1 throws towards the end zone, nobody there, and no flags. I'm not sure if there was a miscommunication or if somebody was held, blocked up, but no anything. But turnover on downs again, and we remain scoreless at Arrowhead. Redskins nothing, Chiefs nothing. Crafty says, what the fuck was that? I have no idea, man. I have no idea. I gotta say this: to do these backup commercials for Progressive, like you gotta really like be comfortable and with yourself. Like you saw Teddy Bridgewater does it, and Tommy DeVito and players like that. That's pretty good. Crafty says this game is a shit fest. I can read through your hashtags. I can read through your pound signs. I'm old enough to know that that's a pound sign, not a hashtag. But I can read through it. It's getting. I'm not gonna lie. This game is a shit fest. We've had 3 interceptions, 2 turnovers on downs, no points scored, and a partridge in a pear tree. Ooh, I love pears. Pear cider is very good. It's very light. Doesn't have the strong flavor that apple cider does, but you get a good pear cider, especially if you hit it up with the spices, because then the spices really sing in a pear cider. So you get that nutmeg, clove, cinnamon. You get all that in there, and lovely. Pear cider is amazing. Question 6 coming up here from ELS as we've hit another commercial break here. Which player leads the NFL in receptions during the playoffs? And again, this is for playoffs, not including the Super Bowl. Which player leads the NFL in receptions during the playoffs? That has to be Jerry, doesn't it? That's got to be Jerry Rice. That feels like Jerry Rice all over. Now, see, Crafty just said Rice in the chat. Now, does he mean Rashee Rice or Jerry Rice? Which Rice do you mean, Crafty? We've got a couple Rices. Do you mean? I think Crafty means Rashee Rice. I don't think he means Jerry Rice. I mean Jerry Rice. That's my answer. I'm going to assume Crafty means Rashee Rice, and we'll go from there. Oh, it's only for last season. So now it's not receiving yards, it's receptions. By the way, Pacheco with a carry for 4 yards. Going to be 2nd and 6 for Kansas City from their own 32-yard line. 10-10 remaining here in the second quarter and counting. You're watching along with Stay Tuned Sports and your boy King. Right here, presented by Dubby. Go to Dubby.gg and enter the code STSports to get 10% off your first order of Dubby Energy Drink. Dubby, be better. If there, is it for? I think the questions are for last year's playoffs. I think ELS did say something about that. But for most receptions, I'll say Shakir from Buffalo. I'll throw that out there. I think it might have been Shakir because he was absolutely Jared Allen's go-to guy last year. 2-yard gain there for the Chiefs. It's going to be 3rd and 2 coming up. I'm sorry, it was a 4-yard gain. That's right, because it was 2nd and 6. So 3rd and 2, Mahomes sitting in shotgun. Got man in motion. Takes the snap. Quick throws. Kelsey holds on to it this time, and that's going to be a first down to the 48-yard line for the Chiefs. They move the chains. Zach Ertz from the Redskins had 18 targets last year. All right. So that's the other thing, too, ELS, is you're grabbing these questions from Jeopardy Labs, and I don't know if there's, especially with how some of your questions have come off in the past, like it feels like some of these are not, they're not backed up with facts, some of them. Like some people haven't even gone through Wikipedia to see if they're true. Oh, big pass, wide open, Kelsey, down to the 22. Look at that. Kelsey to the 22. It's poetry. It rhymes. I don't think Taylor's there. That's a shame because I like my Taylor counter. I'm gonna leave Taylor up there for me and Pecan. I'm gonna leave the Taylor counter up there because it's nice. It's nice to look at. Oh, handoff to Pacheco, and he just slices right through down to the 16-yard line. 2nd and 4 upcoming. Travis Kelce comes back onto the field and then walks right back off and then walks back on. He doesn't know what he's doing. He doesn't know which way to turn. 7:28 and counting here in the second quarter. Chiefs, nothing. Redskins, nothing. But the Chiefs are driving. They are in the red zone on the Redskins' 16-yard line. Mahomes pitches out. Smith is going to be close. Depends on the spot. They're going to say he stepped out about a yard short of the first down, 3rd and 1. Shohei Ohtani has sent a rocket out in the World Series. Let's go. Quick handoff here to Hunt. And Hunt is going to drive it down to the 8-yard line. Thanks to the cutie blonde official there for marking that off. That's misogynistic. Can't be saying that. She's cute, though. She's got a dumper on her, too. But anyway, 1st and goal now for the Chiefs. From the 8. It feels like we've got our first scoring drive here of the evening. Right on the cusp of it. Can the Chiefs finish it off? A lot like Taylor Swift finishes off Travis Kelce. We have a direct snap to Rashee Rice. Rashee Rice is in. Reaches over. Touchdown. Give me those fantasy points, baby. Touchdown, Chiefs. Touchdown, Rashee Rice, as he speeds and crashes his way into the end zone for 6. Where's his elbow? Oh, that's coming back. That's going to be short. Take my fantasy points away. Son of a bitch! I needed those fantasy points. That's not a touchdown. That's not a touchdown. When his elbow's down, that ball's not over. That ball's not over. Nope, nope, nope. Take it back. Beep, beep, beep. Bring it back. Bring it back. ELS laughs because he knows that I just lost a bunch of points in fantasy. Referees are still discussing this. I mean, expedited replay should have already showed you this already, guys. What are we doing? What are we doing? Wasn't that expedited, dude? Actually, we knew. I was going to say, Troy Aikman just said the same thing. I don't know about expedited. We knew it wasn't a touchdown a minute and a half ago. What fucking took so long? What are we doing? What are we doing? NFL. Let's go with this. So here we go. 2nd and goal from the 1 fart line here. It's literally just a fart away from the end zone. Handoff to Kareem Hunt, and he's in for the touchdown this time. So I get no points for that. Boo. I needed fantasy points, and I didn't get them. Man, what a difference that would have made, too. Where is I? Dude, yeah, come on. I could. Oh, that hurts. That hurts. Harrison Butker on the field for, at least I got Butker. Yeah, Butker can give me a couple points here anyway. And that's up, and that's good, and that's going to be 7. So 7-0. The Kansas City Chiefs lead over the Washington Redskins here on Monday Night Football. 5:46 remaining in the second quarter. ELS in the chat says, flag on the refs for being dumb and slow. No more flags for the rest of the game. By the way, let me go ahead and see if I can pull this up. Question 7, by the way, here from ELS. This is, again, non-Super Bowl playoffs. And I'm going to imagine that this is, again, for last year's, the 2024 playoffs here. Who leads the playoffs in receiving touchdowns during the 2024 playoffs? I'll go with Shakir from the Bills again because that's what I want to do. That's just what I want to do, and that's what I'm going to say. By the way, I was trying to do this all like slick-like and everything. But there you go, ladies and gentlemen. By the way, if you want to go over to our merch store, link is in the top of the chat and in the description below. We have there in the Stay Tuned Sports merch store, which again is bit.ly.com, bit.ly/Stay Tuned Merch. That is bit.ly/Stay Tuned Merch. You can get your new Fuck the Ref shirt. Look at that. Look at how beautiful that shirt looks. Look at that beauty, especially for games where the refs just don't know what the fuck they're doing. For any occasion. It's really good for any occasion. If you ask me, truly, honestly, I feel like this is just one of those shirts that you can really use. And again, that's not that is censored on the shirt. That is not something that is I added afterwards, and you have to worry about it being the full fuck on the shirt. There is not a full fuck on the shirt. That is an F, some of the pixelated squares, and then the K. That is all right there on the shirt. So you can wear that shirt with pride, and you won't have to worry about getting told, hey, why are you wearing such profanity? There's no profanity there, baby. There's no profanity. But anybody can take one look and say, you know what? You're right. Fuck the refs. And that's why we have that right now at the Stay Tuned Sports merch store. Go follow the link in the top of the chat or in the description below. That is bit.ly/Stay Tuned Merch. bit.ly/Stay Tuned Merch. As it just stays there for a second because I don't know what I'm doing. There we go. Now I know. There we go. Now she's gone. There we go. So here we go. 1st and 10 for the Redskins from the 34-yard line. Mariota is going to hand off to Bill Krosky-Merritt, and he's going to get buried in the backfield. Loss of about 2 yards. They're going to give him up to the line of scrimmage? Okay. There you say so. 2nd and 10 upcoming. Terry McLaurin, by the way, was the answer to the previous questionnaire of who led the playoffs in receiving during the 2024 playoffs. Terry McLaurin had 3 touchdowns. Oh, look at Ertz go! Oh, that's not Ertz. Who is that? Sinnott, the tight end. I just saw a big white tight end going. I was like, oh, that's got to be Ertz. No. Rookie Sinnott, the tight end. And he gets it all the way down to the 44-yard line of Kansas City. So Washington, again, have broken on through to Kansas City territory. Krosky-Merritt's going to get a yard, maybe 2. Looks like they're only going to give him a yard there. 2nd and 9 coming up. By the way, results of the poll. I think I'll figure this out right now. Everybody, well, not everybody, but 57% of the people picked the Kansas City Chiefs to go ahead and beat the Washington Redskins in this game. 57% to 43. Mariota, he escapes the pressure. He's going to pull it down and runs. Gets a gain of about 3 or 4. Gets a gain of 4. As they say, it's now 3rd and 5. You going to add some Halloween trivia? Yes, that's cool. Right now, it seems like me and you are the only ones in the chat right now, according to the participants tab here. So that's fine. We'll just wait for everybody else to jump back in if they want to. By the way, the chat is open, everybody. If you want to come join us here on Stay Tuned Sports, as we're watching along with Monday Night Football, come on in, say hi, say hello, say how you doing. Join the community. Join Monday Night Trivia here with ELS as he goes ahead and tries to tickle your brain. And if you had some dubby, you'd have that neuro factor, and you'd know a lot more of the trivia questions than you do right now. Boy, all day to throw. He gets it to out of the backfield. Was that Bill or is that Rodriguez? Oh, no, that was McNichols. Okay. McNichols with the little floater catch there. And again, Mariota had all day to throw that. Does a little floater, and it gets a big, big gain down to the Kansas City 20-yard line. Crafty's in and out. Yeah, some of the guys are Pecan's in and out. Some of the other guys are in and out of here, so that's fine. And listen, can't stay here all day. I get it. I've watched YouTube videos before. I know how people fade in and out. That's fine. Mariota, this is a designed pull down and run, and he's going to go nowhere except backwards. Maybe loses about a yard or half a yard. In fact, they are going to measure it at 2nd and 11. So loss of a yard. Dun, 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 dun. We've hit the 2-minute warning here on Monday Night Football. Yes, we've hit 2 minutes. 2-minute warning. Oh, by the way, here we go. ELS has got our latest question here. If you want to join us here for Monday Night Trivia, here for those who watch Monday Night Football, Chiefs Redskins, here on Stay Tuned Sports. Question 8: where does the term jack-o'-lantern come from? It comes from it's a story from Ireland. It's an Irish story, myth about old Jack he was kind of a dick, and something about his soul got trapped in a fucking a gourd of some kind. It wasn't pumpkin because pumpkins weren't over here yet. So I think it was a turnip. Originally, it was a turnip that was carved, and they would put like a candle in and shit like that. And then when pumpkins came over, it became pumpkins, and they started doing that once the Columbian exchange happened there. But yeah, that comes from an old Irish folk tale. Old jack-o'-lantern. That's what I mean. That gives it away, kind of there. Jack-o'-lantern. Hey, top of the morning, jack-o'-lantern. Highty-dighty-dighty-day. Give me a Guinness. So here we go. Second down. McNichols, and he's going to get close to the first down. Again, they always mark him a lot shorter than what I think they should. So it's going to be about a yard short here from Hottie McHot ref. There we go. See, I told you, ELS. Yep, the term jack-o'-lantern originates from an Irish folktale about a cheap man named Stingy Jack who made a deal with the devil. Crafty said he was going to guess Jack the Ripper. That, honestly, I think a lot of people would kind of guess that, to tell you the truth. 3rd and 1, by the way, coming up here. And we have a stoppage in play. They're going to officially review this to see if he made the first down or not, I think. Thank you. Thank you for finally doing that. They should have done that on the last one with Ertz, but... But I am right about the turnip. Because, again, they didn't have pumpkins back then because pumpkins were still only in North America. So when that folktale originally came out, it was a turnip that was carved and had the candle and everything put into it. And then once the Columbian Exchange happened and pumpkins started going over, then it was the gourd. Then it was the pumpkin that was used. And they have changed the spot to a first down. That's it. So it's 1st and goal from the 10. These refs can't, like, I wonder if it's a thing, like they tell them, wherever you see him go down, you do half a yard back of where you see him go. Like, I don't get it. Okay, so they're putting 154 back on the game clock. And because of the review, it's a 10-second runoff, but Kansas City's going to take a timeout because they want to preserve as much time as they can. So that's going to go down to 1 timeout now remaining for Kansas City. Pecan says, Blue Jays got a 3-run home run. Shit! Fuck these Canadians. Damn it, damn it, damn it. Oh, whoever has the dog out in their backyard, please shut that little yappy fuck up. I have nothing against dogs, but shitty neighbors are dumb fucks. Sorry. ELS says, fuck the Dodgers. Yes, I understand that as a Yankees fan. Indeed, fuck the Dodgers. However, above fuck the Dodgers, it's fuck Canada. This isn't about teams. This isn't about... oh, Dodgers or Blue Jays or these particular franchises or billionaire owners or whoever the case may be. No, this is America versus Canada. And I'll be goddamned if I let Canada get any kind of joy. Mariota pulls down, runs, gets no gains. 2nd and 10 coming up here. I hate the Dodgers. But I hate Canada more. I hate Canada more than I hate the Dodgers. The only team I would root, I think I've mentioned this before, the only team I would root for a Canadian team over is the New York Rangers. That's it. That is the be-all end-all. I would rather watch a Canadian team win over the Rangers. That is the only time. Mariota. Boy, he's got time. Now he's trying to escape. Throws. Caught! They're going to say incomplete. Out of bounds was Deebo Samuel. Out of bounds, did not have control or feet in when he caught it. So it's going to be 3rd and 10. Let's see. Dragging. Where does he have possession? No, hit the ground. Incomplete. I think the feet were down, but I think then once the ball hit the ground, it moved. I think if he went to the ground and the ball hit the ground but didn't move in his hands, I think they would have said catch. I think you could have reviewed that. So 3rd and 10, Mariota looks, floater to the quarter. They're going to say McLaurin is out of bounds now. And let's see about this one. Catch. That's in. That's a catch. That's a touchdown. That is an absolute touchdown. That is a touchdown. That's absolutely a touchdown. We'll wait for the official word, but that's a touchdown. Further review. Yeah, that's 1,000% a touchdown. Trying to see people on Twitter. People are talking around here on Discord. We got a couple of different people saying about. They say, "Oh, the refs aren't going to call this a touchdown anyway because of the Chiefs." It's like, listen, the refs have moved on to the Eagles, who are their new hoe. So, question 9 here in the chat here from ELS as we look and wait for the list to come back. Who has the most yards per catch in the 2024 season in the playoffs? 25 plus receptions. Being the no, this is just mystery. Okay, so it's not playoffs. Who has the most yards per catch in the 2024 season? Minimum of 25 plus receptions. That's interesting. By the way, it is a touchdown. The Redskins have scored themselves a touchdown. They have come back and said it is a touchdown. Touchdown. Oh, Washington Redskins. Who's the most yards per catch? I have no idea, ELS, when it comes to that. I'm going to be honest. I'm going to say... Extra point is up, and the extra point is indeed good. So Washington ties the game up, and we are at 7-7 right before half. 58 seconds remaining. Most yards per catch. Most yards per catch. I have no idea. I honestly give up. Just give me the negative points now because I have no idea, ELS. I'm gonna say this is McLaurin's first game back, and he's already just right back onto the highlight reel. It's like like he wasn't even gone. Alec Pierce was the answer to that question, ladies and gentlemen. He had 22.3 yards per catch. That's what I mean. When you talk about yards per catch, It's like, somebody who has, yeah, I know good that you put the minimum in there, but it's like, man, like, I don't know. Like, you got to be a real stat nerd to get that, and I'm not that. Like, that's not my. That one you're asking, like, who had the most EPA of anybody in the and I don't fucking know. ELS says, hey, for the rest of the game, going to do Halloween trivia. Why not? Why not? Halloween coming up on this Friday, I believe it is. Happy Halloween. Or Samhain for everybody who celebrates that wonderful, wonderful holiday, my favorite holiday. Hey, we got our first flag of the game. On the Chiefs. Look at that. That's the first flag of the game. And Mahomes is going to run for 15 yards there on first down. Gets it all the way back up to the 30-yard line. ELS saying, man, one flag before halftime? Yeah, it took the 53 seconds left in the second quarter to get our first flag, and it was against the Chiefs. That's incredible. Kelsey catches it. That's going to be a first down at the 40, and the Chiefs are going to have to use their last timeout. Less flags, better game. I think that. I think that much is clear. In the games, I think to the Lions Chiefs game. That game went by quick. It was a fast game, and it was a good game. And it had 7 total flags, 4 accepted penalties. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. ELS is like champagne to celebrate the moment. I was going to say. Butker trying to get ready on the sidelines there. 24 seconds remaining here. Chiefs are just inside their own 40-yard line. Mahomes takes the snap. Throws that towards the sideline, incomplete. He was hit as he threw it. So that's going to fall incomplete. 2nd and 10, but now only 18 seconds remaining. And he got fucking popped, too. Mahomes here on 2nd and 10. Deep over the middle. Incomplete. Xavier Worthy was the intended receiver, and that was knocked away. Famous Amos with the defensive play here. Yeah, good holding on flags on that one. I like these officials. Don't fucking throw a flag on everything. I like it. I like it. Let's keep that energy up. Come on, refs. Mahomes, he looks like he was going to throw it, and then he just chucks it into the ground. 6 seconds remaining, and that's going to be 4th and 10 coming up here. So Kansas City was looking to hopefully get in field goal range and get Butker a chance to kick the field goal. Instead, it's 4th and 10. are going to call intentional grounding. And that ends the half. Look at that. So only 2 flags in the first half. One of them ended the first half because it was intentional grounding with the 10-second runoff. And there we go. First half over. Washington Redskins 7, Kansas City Chiefs 7. Here on Monday Night Football. Kansas City's going to get the second half kickoff. And just like that, my goodness. ELS says the refs aren't giving Kansas City dumb shit. It's not that they're not giving Kansas City. They're not giving anybody dumb shit flags. There's only been 2 flags. Both have been against Kansas City for legitimate calls, and they've kind of kept the flags in the pocket for everything else, which is good. That's what you want to see. That's what we all want to see. That's what everybody wants to see. Question 10, which film in the Paranormal Activity franchise was the most commercially successful? I'll say the first one. I think that's the law of diminishing returns when it comes to that shit. I don't like any of them. And I'm a spooks guy. I love Halloween. Halloween is my favorite time of year. But the Paranormal Activity stuff, the Conjurings, because I the real life story of those people are Ed and Lorraine Warren. Their story. When you do a deep dive into Ed and Lorraine Warren, not just like the weird corruption shit and everything else, but the old how Ed liked the little girls did Ed. It's gross. It's gross, and you just can't. You can't watch the movies and then be like, "Oh, I'm really behind these characters." It's like, this guy likes to diddle kids, and she likes to look the other way. I can't do that. Paranormal Activity 3 was the most commercially successful. That's a surprise. I wouldn't have figured that one. But hey, here we are. There we go. Thank you so much for that information, ELS. By the way, ladies and gentlemen, we are here watching Monday Night Football, the Washington Redskins versus the Kansas City Chiefs. Redskins and Chiefs tied at 7 as we stand right now at halftime. Chiefs are going to be getting the second half kickoff. We have not seen Taylor Swift tonight. I don't know if she's there or not, or if they're just not showing her. I don't know. But I'm going to leave the counter up there anyway because I like it. It's a nice picture. Very nice picture. Don't you think it's a nice picture? I think it's a nice picture. I think it's a beautiful picture. Anyway. Again, if you want to help us out, you like any part of this broadcast, you like anything that we're doing here, again, halftime. I got to get like some kind of halftime show thing. Like, da, 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 da. I don't know what to do. I got to figure something out. But for now, like my halftimes consist of me like getting a coffee or getting a drink or something like that. It's kind of weird. But yes, if you like any part of this program, any part of what we're doing here, any part of the stream, watching along, syncing along with us as we watch Monday Night Football and all these live games that we do here, please give us a like, give us a share. And if you haven't yet, please hit that subscribe button. We're on our way to 1,000 subscribers. Got to get there. We got to get there in order to be monetized, and I certainly hope that we can get monetized soon. Again, I don't want to set goals because growth rates are what they are, and they fluctuate. And here on YouTube, I'm not exactly sure what's going on. I'm trying to curse less. I'm trying to do things that hopefully help us out a little bit better. But we will see. Pecan says, let's raid our 3 people that we have in chat. Let's go raid somebody. Let's go raid Grossi and be like, STS raid, woo! We don't have a cool, like, he's got the Grossi posse. What do we have? What do we have here? The King's Court? Is that what we're going to be? Like, I don't know. I have no idea. Like, what we don't even have like a cool community nickname. So, listen, I'll tell you what. You guys want to go raid somebody? Go raid somebody. I have no, I'm not raiding. We're not there yet. I'd love to, listen, I would love to one day get to the point where we have so many people in the chat and so many people who follow us and so many people in the community that we can go raid somebody and then we are the people who are supporting the smaller YouTubers like I am now, and like some of these other people are now. Like I would enjoy that. That would be fun and that would be nice, but we're not there yet. And I certainly hope that we can get to that point soon. But yes, like I was saying, like, share, and if you haven't, please subscribe. Like I said, hopefully we can get to 1,000 subscribers and start being monetized here and start making some money, doing some revenue. Then we can do super chats. Then we can do memberships. Then we can do all these other things and try to open it up. And then, again, if money starts coming in, then we can do like giveaways and we can do prizes. We can do things like that and, really kind of expand this to something. Not that I know how to do any of that. Everything will be a learning process and on a learning curve here as we go along here, but I certainly hope that we can get to that point. If you do want to help us out more directly right now, like we can't do super chats, we don't have memberships because, we're not at the 1,000 subscriber mark. But if you do want to help out a little bit more directly, we do have our donation station link up in the top of the chat and in the description below. Chat's open, by the way. Come in, say hi, say hello, say hi to ELS, to Pecan, to Crafty. He comes in and out. To some of the regulars here. Be part of the community. Interact with everybody. Be part of trivia night here. ELS does a lot of work getting these trivia questions together and putting together these fun little bits here for us, and I love it. And you can be part of that. You can add your own stuff to that and be part of this community as well. And I really hope that is something that we can do here. By the way, question 11 is up. Speaking of ELS and his trivia, how many pounds of candy corn are produced each year? Too many is the answer to that question. 1 pound is a pound too many. Just stop making candy corn, please. That shit is fucking earwax. It tastes like ass. Nobody likes it. Stop making it. I don't know who's Brock's. Is it Brock's? Who do I got to go to? Who do I got to talk to at Brock's? Hey, Brock's, stop making candy corn. Stop it. Stop doing it. Nobody likes it. Nobody wants it. Stop making candy corn, please. Speaking of which, however, like I said, if you want to help us out more directly, we do have a link for our donation station in the top of the chat and in the description below. If also you want to help give some money, but you want something in return, you want a little something, we have our merch store link in the same place as top of the chat and in the description below. We have new merch in there, just dropped today. Ladies and gentlemen, we have brand new merch in there, just dropped today, right there. And this one is fitting, I think, for a lot of fan bases out there. Me being a Giants fan, one of them is included. But I think this can be really used for every single fan base in the NFL. This is our new Fuck the Refs t-shirts and hoodies. We have them both in hoodie and t-shirt, so you can go ahead and get them. We have them in a couple colors. We have them in black. We have them in, I believe, dark heather is one of them. And also royal blue, just like the NFL shield. You get the royal blue color there. So you have a couple of color choices. I personally like the black. I like everything black. That's just me. So we have those available right now over on the Stay Tuned Sports merch store. That's at bit.ly/staytunedmerch. That's bit.ly/staytunedmerch. And again, the link is in the top of the chat and in the description below this video. Also, in lieu of that, also kind of working on a bit of a partnership here with our friends over at Dubby Energy Drinks. Where you can go ahead and if you go to dubby.gg, that's DUBBY.GG, and you look at through all their products, and they got some good products, great flavors that they have there. They have the little containers there. It's all powdered. I think they even have a sampler kit where you can try a bunch of their flavors. It's a nice little powdered energy drink. You go ahead, you want to order anything from that store, you go ahead, you enter ST Sports on checkout. You go ST Sports there in the little promo code box. You're going to get 10% off of your first order when you go to dubby.gg. Also have a link that directly links to that in the description below this video. If you want to go ahead and click that, that'll bring you right over there, and it'll automatically enter that code in there for you. And if you want to do that, and again, no sugar in Dubby, so you're not going to get the sugary jitters. You're not going to get that super crash. You're not going to feel weird. You're not going to be like wired out and cracked out. You're not going to have that. It has vitamins in it. It's actually good for you. Got some healthy stuff in there. It's got Neurofactor, which will help you with ELS's trivia as we finish this night. Make your brain go whoom, whoom, whoom. All of that is available over at dubby.gg. And again, on checkout, put in the code ST Sports. Put in the code ST Sports. Get yourself 10% off of your first order at Dubby. Dubby, be better. You got to get the reads in. You got to get the reads in, and hopefully, and again, because it's not, like I said, not to break the fourth wall here, not to give the secrets of the trade. It's like this is not like a paid advertisement. W doesn't pay me to do this. It's all dependent on how many people will order using that particular link or that particular code that I give. So if somebody goes to W, orders something, and uses the code, that I think I get like 5 cents or some nonsense like that. It'll be nothing big, or if somebody uses the link in the description below, same thing. As long as it goes through that, it's the code. So then you get that. But so me saying this and putting that work into it, maybe I'll get something, maybe I won't. I don't know, but it just goes for all that. Pecan in the chat says, for the Giants and Saints fans, the paper bags are $1. I don't like. I guess I'll be prideful in my shame. I guess of just like I'm a Giants fan. I'm a Giant. Here we go again. 2-6. 2 major injuries to 2 of our biggest stars. All that hope and energy that we had a couple weeks ago with Dart and Scatterbo, gone. That's all gone. We're back to the dark and evil gloominess that is Giants football, and we still have to deal with Brian Daboll. And it's just, it is what it is. I'll tell you what, if they do that whole medium Pepsi thing fucking again this year, that's gonna be a problem. That's gonna be a problem, Pecan. I'll let you know that right now. And the Saints, like I said, I feel like the Saints you guys should be a little bit more proud than what Giants fans are right now, because here's the thing. The Giants, maybe there was a little bit of hope there. I mean, there is talent. Our defense is talented. We have a couple of talented pieces on offense, or we did, until they all got injured. The Saints went into the season where everybody kind of knew, boy, it's going to be a rough season for the Saints. But yet, each week, you guys fucking battle, and you're fighting hard, tooth and nail. And some games you get blown out. I would say for most of the games you guys have played, though, you've kept it close. You've battled. You've hung in there. Again, you beat my Giants, so that was one thing there. But even with all the other games where you lost, but you lost with honor. You lost with dignity. And I like that about the Saints. So I feel like that's the Saints and Saints fans shouldn't have paper bags. You guys should be like, listen, yeah, we suck, but we're supposed to suck because we have literally nothing. We're rebuilding from nothing. So I feel in that aspect, I'm like, the Saints fans are like, you guys should actually be proud of what your team is doing and how they look and the fact that they're going out there every week and giving you 110%. And granted, it's not good, but that's just based on the fact of there's a gap in the talent between the Saints and everybody else, except the Giants. You guys can beat the shit out of us all the time. I really feel like that you guys don't need the paper bag. You guys seriously don't need the paper bag. So let me go. I'm going to grab a drink, and then we're going to be back here for the second half of the Redskins and Chiefs game. All tied up at 7. And look at that, just in time for kickoff. And the kick is away. And Kansas City's going to return it to the 32-yard line before Regnid is taken down. But we got a flag. Uh-oh. Now here we go. Now the flags are coming. Now the flags are going to come here. We're going to get a flag. We're going to get a flood of flags. Holding on the Chefs. All 3 flags have been against the Chiefs. So I guess everybody out there complaining And we've got whistles before this play even starts. Hey, we got another bot here. Yeah, ELS said bye-bye bot number 3. Bye-bye-bye. So, okay, whatever that was. 1st and 10, 14:54. We've just started here. Rashee Rice in motion. It's going to be passed to him out of the backfield. He has a running start, and he's going to get it up to the 25-yard line. Gain of 5 yards. 2nd and 5 upcoming here for the Chiefs. Mahomes here on 2nd and 5. Looks, throws. That ball is tipped and then through the hands of Gray. And now they're going to put a flag on him for saying it was a hitting a defenseless receiver. Nah, that's a little questionable. That's a little questionable. Pardon me. I got like a frog in my throat or something, man. I don't know. Now he gets it to Gray, and then Gray gets it for about a 9-yard gain. Actually, they're going to say 8 yards. That's going to get it down to the Kansas City 48. 2nd and 2 upcoming here for the Kansas City Chiefs. So 2nd and 2, Mahomes. Hands off to Pacheco. Pacheco knives his way and then gets picked up like a little baby after a gain of about 5. Gets it to the Redskins 47. 1st down and 10 Chiefs, but they picked his ass up. His little legs like oh, that was funny. That was pretty good. I need 3 players to get 66.9 points. Well, let's see if we can get 67 points here. Mahomes has all day to throw. Finally gets it to Kelsey, and Kelsey's got nothing but room to the 30, to the 20, down to the 10. 1st down, Chiefs. Wow, or why did anybody let Kelsey that open? Unbelievable. And they're going to say he's down to the 9, so it's going to be 1st and goal for the Chiefs. Unbelievable. Pacheco. 11-17 and counting here in the third. Second and goal. Mahomes, look, throws. That's going to be caught by Rashee Rice. And I think he's out right at about the 1. Oh, they're saying he stepped out earlier than that, so they're going to say about the 2. Second and goal. It's going to be third and goal from about the 2-yard line. Hi, Papa Jack. Hi, Papa Jack. Papa Jack was very upset today with our... Was it Grubhub or DoorDash? Grubhub driver decided to just wander around, didn't know where he was supposed to deliver. Gave us our Burger King cold before the show, which is nonsense. You want hot Burger King, goddammit. But she got her Burger King crown. I think that's really that's what matters in all of this. So Mahomes back here on third and goal, getting pressure, but he's got time. Throws. We got a flag down. Throws incomplete to Xavier Worthy. There's a flag in the end zone and a flag behind the play. Let's see what this is going to be. This could be offsetting. Holding on the Chiefs. And they're going to say holding in the defensive backfield on the Redskins. Penalties offset. Replay the down. It never happened. Erase it from your mind. But because that's 2 flags, even though they offset and they don't count, we count all flags. 2 flags, that goes from 4 now to 6 total flags thrown in this game so far. Still no sightings of Taylor Swift, though. Although there is Taylor, the lineman there, number 74. $10:23 remaining here in the third quarter. Take 2 on this third and goal. Mahomes throws, fade. He was looking for Gray, but Gray was engaging with Sanistri, whatever his name is. Wow. And that's going to be 4th and goal now from the 2. Kansas City is going to go for it here. What do we got? So 4th and goal from the 2. 10-19 in the third quarter. Mahomes steps back. He's going to pull it down. He's looking to run. Now he just dumps it off. Caught. Kareem Hunt, touchdown. Kansas City Chiefs. Still none for Rashee Rice. Damn it. And that's going to give the Chiefs a 13-7 lead pending the extra point. I think you might have won, Eli, because I needed Rashee Rice to start getting some points here, and now 2 possible times he could have gotten in the end zone. He didn't. Butker gets that. That is good, and that makes it 14-7. The Kansas City Chiefs now lead over the Washington Redskins at Arrowhead Stadium. Can the Redskins answer on their first drive of the second half? We're going to find out here soon enough. Question 12 here in the chat from our good friend ELS here. What vegetable is part of a tradition on the night before Halloween? Now, see, this might be where you try to get people, because technically pumpkin's a fruit, because it's a seed-bearing fruit. So pumpkin is a fruit, so it wouldn't be that. Turnip, I think I mentioned about the turnip being with jack-o'-lantern, and I think turnips do have a little something to do with Halloween there on that night. So I'll say turnip. I'll say it's old school. I'll say it's turnip because pumpkin is not a vegetable. Pumpkin is a fruit, just much like a tomato is a fruit. Pumpkin is a fruit. Cabbage. Cabbage is often used in pranks on Mischief Night, also known as Devil's Night, sometimes called Cabbage Night. I didn't know that. People would often sometimes leave stinky, rotten cabbage near neighbors' doors. That's interesting. Oh, that goes. Oh, no, he touched it and it went out. Oh, no, what a mistake. He fumbled. He went for the catch, couldn't get it, and then the ball rolls out at the 1. Oh, Washington is in trouble now. So here we go. 1st and 10 from. They're going to be. That is not the 2-yard line. I don't know why this adds the 2. That is the 1-yard line. That's going to be a handoff, forward progress up to the 4-yard line. That's going to be 2nd and 7-ish from the 4. Wow. Laramie Tunsil, by the way, is out for the rest of this game with a hamstring issue. He was out after the first drive. During the first drive, he left the game, and he has been now ruled out. He's in a hoodie on the sidelines. 2nd and officially 8, they say. Mariota steps back, looks, throws over the middle. Caught by Terry McLaurin. And that's going to be a first down now from the 22. I'm going to make all the Taylor. I always make Taylor. I think, listen, we have to understand the fact that I'm a Taylor Swift fan at this point, right? Like, I'm not a Swiftie. I'm a Taylor Swift fan. The wife is a Swiftie, obviously. Peppa Jack is a Swiftie. She does all the theorizing and stuff. I like her music, and I think she's hot. So just deal with it. I'm going to make 22 references. I'm going to make 13 references. I'm going to make every reference I can to Taylor that I can during these broadcasts. It's just what I'm going to do. Hand off to Bill Krosky Merritt, and he's going to get a good 5-yard gain on that play. So from 1st and 10 to 2nd and 5 now from the 27-yard line for the Redskins. Mariota throws way too high. I was looking for Debo on that particular play, but that just floated on him. So 3rd and 5 upcoming. Bottom of the 5th inning, by the way, Toronto leads the Dodgers 4-2. Up 4-3 now, as that just changed. So Dodgers trying to get their way back into Game 3 there at Chavez Ravine. As you can see right there. So we'll be checking in on that every now and then. Play clock to 1. Mariota gets it off. Looks, throws through the hands of his receiver, and then almost picked off by Cook. But it does fall harmlessly to the ground. 4th and 5, and Washington will have to punt. Punt is away. Ooh, almost got in there. Did Gray for the block. But this goes all the way back to the 14-yard line. Chiefs are going to return it up to about the 26-yard line, and that is where they will take over for their second drive of the second half as they look to maybe take a commanding 2-score lead against the Washington Redskins here at Arrowhead on Monday Night Football. Pecan in the chat saying, Otani is killing it. Mookie Betts up at bat right now. And that's what got the third run in there as Otani doubled to left field and got the RBI double. Otani 3 for 3. 1 run, 1 home run, obviously, because of that. 2 RBIs for just maybe one of the best baseball players. And not a great gambler, but good baseball player in Otani. Can the Dodgers tie the game up here in the bottom of the 5th? We're going to find out. One ball, 2 strikes for Mookie Betts. Waiting to see what happens here on the scoreboard. Chip in the chat says, how are you enjoying the games? I'll tell you what, this has been a fun game here. Anything happened there? No. It's been a fun. The Chiefs Redskins game's been fun, Chip. I'll tell you that. I think the Chiefs Redskins game been fun. Nice back and forth. It's a shame that the Redskins field goal kicker situation there with Matt Gay and him being out. And I know they got they signed the guy to the practice squad and elevated him today, but obviously they're not comfortable with him there, so they're just going for it on all the 4th downs, and where they're close enough to where you're like, oh, maybe they kick a field goal. It's like, nope, they're not even going to try. Which, as a Giants fan, I know that pain, so deal with it, Washington. But I think it's been a fun game. There's been relatively few flags. We've only had 6 flags thrown in this game, and I think we've only had 4 accepted penalties, 6 total flags thrown. We had the offsettings. So that's what counts there. And yeah, it's been fun, Chip. I got to say, it's been fun. I hope you're enjoying yourself over there in the Rubber Room on Discord. I hope you're enjoying yourself and having a fun time over there. I'll be over there after this game, where hopefully we'll be doing the rankings. Wonder where you think I'm going to put the New York Giants. Pacheco, boy, he breaks it loose, and that's going to be a first down gain of 10 on first down. And that's an automatic first down again, as he just runs for 10 yards. Chip says, yeah, and most of those flags that were thrown are on the Chiefs. Yeah, I believe all 3 of the 4 were on the Chiefs. The only one that wasn't was the 15-yard hitting a defenseless receiver on the Redskins, which, as an old school football guy, I still roll my eyes at, but it's the game that we have now, unfortunately. But yeah, so it's been good. Less flags means better game. That's the bottom line. It's a simple formula, like E equals MC square. Less flags, better game. Throws over the middle, does Mahomes to Juju Smith-Schuster, and he gets it down to the Redskins 41. And oh no, this looks like this could be a Chiefs march down the field to go ahead and put this into a 2-score lead over the Redskins. ELS says he might join us in the Rubber Room tonight after the game to talk about our little rankings there. That's fantastic. I'd love to see that, get a little, get a little crossover between us here and the Stay Tuned Sports community and the Rubber Room. Fun guys. They're very moldy because they're a bunch of fun guys. And what happened here? My screen went blank. No idea what happened. Thank you, ESPN. But we're back, and apparently it's only a yard gain. 2nd and 9 upcoming. Question 13, by the way, is up here from ELS. What do we got here? How much did Americans spend on Halloween last year? How much did Americans spend? I imagine that's everything. Go, with candy and costumes and Plan B pills for all the girls who dressed up like sluts for Halloween, which is a lot, which I'm not arguing. It's fantastic. I love it. Thank you very much, ladies. Throws over the middle. Oh, Rashee Rice fumbles the ball. Does he get it? Are they going to say it's a catch? Are they going to say incomplete? Are they going to say it's a fumble and recovery for him? Yeah, he has it. That's a football move, and then knocked out, and then he's lucky he gets that back. Jesus Christ, Rashee. I'll say $4.6 billion was spent on Halloween last year. ELS. Where did I get that number from? Pulled it straight out of my asshole. That's all I can tell you. That's all I know. That's all I know, buddy. So 1st and 10 now from the 25-yard line of the Redskins. Throws to Worthy, good for about 1.5 yards. 2nd and 8 upcoming here for your Kansas City Chiefs. If they are indeed your Chiefs. If they're not, hey, listen. Then just say the Kansas City Chiefs. Why don't you, John? All right, I will. The Kansas City Chiefs. And, wow, that was 3 times lower than it should have been. $12.2 billion. That's a lot of fucking, no wonder everybody in this fucking country's got diabetes. Jesus Christ. Welcome to the club, everybody. Old diabetic king. I'm not going to blame Halloween. Actually, I will blame, obviously I blame myself for my own diabetes, but I did it through McDonald's and Popeye's chicken. That's how I got diabetes. I made myself 550 pounds through that shit. Me of 25 years ago was not a great guy. Rashee Rice, he's going to get a first down to the 15-yard line. Actually going to be about the 14.5, but it's a 1st down and 10. And now the Chiefs are rolling. Chiefs are moving the goddamn ball here. And it looks like this is all just inevitable at this point. Oh, and the Dodgers did tie. I don't know why that didn't update there, but yeah. So the Dodgers did tie it up. It is now 4-4 at the end of the 5th in L.A., by the way. Mahomes, 17 of 25, 2 picks and a touchdown with 197 yards passing. Marcus Mariota, 15 of 20. He's got a touchdown and a pick for $173. So the quarterbacks, both of them, have played very well in this game. Right now, though, the Chiefs are looking to take a 2-score lead here against Washington. Mahomes throws, end zone, caught! Are they going to say touchdown? When did he get possession? I thought it might have been out of the end zone. But they say touchdown for Travis, and he's going to be dipping his redwood in some moist, swampy valley tonight. I was going to say, I think they have to take a look at it. I think he got possession outside of the end zone. Or did he? No, I think he got that. Let's see. Nope. That's solid control. That is a touchdown. That's a touchdown. Snap, hold, kick is up, and with that, Travis Kelce has tied Priest Holmes for most touchdowns in a Chiefs career with 83. And just like that, it is a 2-touchdown lead for the Kansas City Indians over the Washington, D.C. Indians. I did see that today, too, as well. ELS let us know that Panthers head coach Dave Canales indicated in his press conference today, said that, listen, he loves Chuba Hubbard, and he doesn't think anybody should lose a job or starting position due to being injured, but it's really hard to not give Rico Dowdle the starting reps and the workload since Rico Dowdle has performed as well as he has. And so it seems like what he was saying there is that Rico Dowdle is going to be the starter from this point moving forward, while Chuba Hubbard will now be the backup running back, or just running back number 2 for the Panthers. ELS in the chat. Question 14. What was candy corn originally called? Disgusting. It was originally called disgusting. And the funny thing about it is that they rebranded it to candy corn, but it's still fucking disgusting. It's fucking gross. I don't know. As a realistic, I probably circus corn. Maybe they called it circus corn, like the circus peanuts that you get, those orange foamy fucking things. Maybe, I would guess. I would think. That's the best. That's the most educated guess I have. I'm not very educated, but that's the educated guess that I got on that one. Or if it wasn't candy corn, it was circus corn. Which, by the way, I don't mind circus peanuts. Answer was chicken feed. Even the chickens want to eat that fucking earwaxy shit. Like, here's the thing. ELS, let me ask you this question. And this goes for anybody else. Anybody watching, you want to come in the chat, you want to answer this question as well. This is a question I put out there into the universe to everybody. If you happen to hear this, if you hear my voice, jump into the chat. Let me know your answer, because I got to know, does anybody who's listening to this right now eat candy corn? And do they like it? Like, is anybody out there eat? Now, see, I'm someone, like, everybody out there, like, a lot of people say, oh, I hate Peeps. Peeps are terrible. That marshmallow candy you get. These, oh, Peeps are terrible. I eat Peeps. I love Peeps. I can't have Peeps now because I'm diabetic, although they have sugar-free Peeps, and those are good too. But back in the day, I love Peeps. I love them. I think they're great. But when it comes to candy corn, like, I want to know, does anybody actually eat candy corn? And does anybody actually like it? If you hear the sound of my voice, please come into this chat. Let me know what you think. Because I've never met anybody, I've never met a single person in my entire existence, which is now 44 and a half years, 44 years and about, 3 months now, just circling around on this fucking rock. I've never met anybody who gets candy corn and is like, ooh, candy corn. I don't get it. And part of the reason I asked that question is because I was expecting that answer from ELS, by the way. That's going to be no gain for Lane on first down. It's going to be 2nd and 10. ELS in the chat says, King, you're going to hate me for this, but I fucking love candy corn. I will eat a whole bag of that. Well, I mean, you know what? There's something about it to me that I think maybe it screams middle America. That's something like you guys out there, you Wisconsinites, Iowans, Nebraskans, you guys are the ones that are keeping that shit in business and making people eat that, because I just don't know. Is that Ertz out there? No, that's not Ertz. Either way, it's only going to gain 3 yards for Washington, 3rd and 7 coming up, and now the Chiefs' defense is starting to put a stranglehold here on the Redskins. McNichols there was the receiver. Pecan in the chat says, it's not bad. I don't go out of my way to buy it. It's not that it's, to me, it's not a case like, oh, if I actively throw it away. Like, I don't want it touching my other candy, lest it infect it with its gross earwaxiness. Like, I just, nah. Deep ball here from Mariota. Caught by Terry McLaurin. Holy shit, what a catch. And now they say incomplete. That's a catch. His right knee his right leg is down first. The right leg is down first. And the elbow is down inbounds. That's a catch. That's a catch. That's 1,000% a catch. See, why can't they? Why do they make the coaches challenge there? Why can't expedited replay just come out and say, "All right, yeah, no, we saw this. That's good. Get the fucking sky ref in there. Save us this song and dance. Why do we have this dog and pony show? There's no need for this. Get rid of the coaches challenge. Get rid of the shit. Have the sky ref. He looks down. He sees. He says, "Hey, yep." This is clearly inbounds, or that's clearly out of bounds, or that's like this is what's infuriating about the NFL. This is infuriating. Oh, thank God. All right. So that's now Washington 1st and 10 from the Kansas City. First and 10 from the 37 of Kansas City for Washington. There we go. That's what I meant to say. ELS says, I will walk 10 miles to buy a can. You might have to burn off all that sugar, first of all. I mean, the amount of sugar that's in there anyway. But, dude, candy corn is the worst. It's just the worst. I'm not clicking on your candy corn link. I ain't clicking on no. That's how far away I want to be from candy corn, ELS. I'm not even going to look at your link. I don't want that. What are you talking about? If I see candy corn, I'm going to lose my mind. I'm going to vomit right here on air. I can't do it. Candy corn is the worst. A little pitch to Deebo Samuel behind the line, and that gets all of half a yard. Dumb. That was a dumb play call. Although some people are iffy about my favorite. My favorite candy of all time. My favorite candy of all time is Swedish Fish. Swedish Fish is, to me, it is my hands down number one all time. I'm a gummy guy anyway, but there's something about the texture of a Swedish Fish and the flavor, that kind of cherry flavor. I love that shit. 2nd and 9, that's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. It's going to end up being 3rd and 11 from the Kansas City 38. ELS says, you guys make candy corn brats? Well, here's the thing, too. In that sense, all you're doing is breaking down the candy corn then into sugar. And then you're adding a sugar glaze to your fucking bratwursts. So Mariota's going to get sacked back at the 49-yard line as he punches the football into the ground in anger and disgust. And that's going to end up being the end of the third quarter, with the Redskins facing a 4th and 20 from the Kansas City 47-yard line. Ladies and gentlemen, you know what we do here every single game, just like the players do on the sidelines. We are here for all 4 quarters. Get the 4s up. Put them up. Whether you're outside, inside, open your window, put the 4s up in the chat, put the 4s up in your house. Go up to your mom and throw the 4s in her face. She'll be like, what are you doing, son? You're like, got the 4s up, Mom. And she sends you to your room and grounds you because she thinks it's some kind of weird pornography cult kind of ritual. I have no idea. Doesn't matter. Get the 4s up, and let's have some fun here. 15 minutes left to go here on Monday Night Football. ELS then says, King, boy, you're really going to hate me because I 100% hate Swedish Fish. There's something. ELS, there is something wrong with you, my friend. There is something wrong with you, my friend. My friend. Something wrong with you, my friend. How do you not like Swedish? How can you eat candy corn and say that is fantastic, and then eat Swedish Fish and say, yeah, I don't know. Hey, different strokes for different folks, I guess. I don't get it. Question 15. Why do some people wear clothes inside out on Halloween? There's a couple of ways to go with that one. There's a couple more. You can go like super offensive. You can go sexually charged. Hide the stains, as it were. Especially when it comes to the way some of those girls dress on Halloween, which again, don't mind at all. Thank you, ladies, for your service. I'm sure there's a reason. Ghosts won't recognize them. Spirits won't recognize them. Is that a reason? Maybe that's what it's. The ghosts and the spirits who come through the veil won't recognize people with their clothes are inside out. Is my guess. I honestly don't know. Pecan's got the 4 up in the chat. ELS has got his 4 up in the chat. If you hear the voice here, come in the chat. Get the 4s up as we're here in the fourth quarter. What's going on in the World Series? Some superstitions state that if you wear your clothes inside out and walk backwards on Halloween, you'll see a witch at midnight. Really? I got to try that. They're in the bottom of the 6th now here at Chavez Ravine, and they are still tied at 4. So Washington's going to punt this ball away here to start the fourth quarter. As we see some fog rolling in, was there like fireworks or something? They just came back from the quarter commercial. They punted the ball, and now they're going back to commercial. Are you fucking kidding me, ESPN? That's horrendous. King, the reason that I hate Swedish Fish is that my family banned us. How did your family ban Swedish Fish? Listen, ELS, you know how we feel about the Swedes in this household. You are banned from eating Swedish fish, lest you be cast out. We only eat Finnish fish here. Like, what is the reason? Peacock said, some superstitions state that you wear your clothes inside out and walk backwards on Halloween. You'll see a witch at midnight. And Peacock says, well, or the ceiling. I'm usually going to see the ceiling anyway because I'm going to fall backwards after having a little bit too much of the Kool-Aid punch there. I did see something about that, about the Penguins game, too, where a fan fell from the upper level there at PPG Paints Arena. Certainly hope they're okay. I'm going to imagine that there was alcohol involved in that particular situation. Now let me look it up here. Injuries are life-threatening. Uh-oh. Xavier Worthy, he gets the ball all the way down to the Kansas City 15-yard line, 2nd and 1. Question 16 here from ELS. Why did some women throw apple peels behind them on Halloween? To hit the creeps following them in the face so that they could walk safely without having to worry about getting goosed from behind. Apparently, from what we heard, This guy tumbled down a couple of rows in the upper deck, smashed through the barrier glass that they had there at the end, and then fell further. So he had some speed on him and fell. It feels like Shard Smith runs. He gets a huge gain, but we got a flag on a play. Holding on the Chefs. So move that one back. Pecan says, why'd they throw the peels behind them? To trip the ones walking behind. That's what I said. I said they got the creeps walking behind them, man. You don't want that. But actually turns out it's to see the name of the... It would spell out the name of the person they're going to marry or something. Yeah, that's a little weird. Ladies, you got to do better than that. By the way, it makes 7 total flags here for this game. Holmes. I was looking somewhere else. Is that a sack? I think that's a sack. Yeah, no, he was trying to pull it down and run, but nope, that's still behind the line of
Too
scrimmage.
bad your ass got sacked.
So Mahomes on 2nd and 17. He's close to the line of scrimmage. Gets it to Rasheed Rice. Was he over the line? Over the line! Mark it 0. We've got whistles. Now we've got whistles. And we got another flag down. Oh, Rasheed Rice threw it at his head. So that's 15 yards for taunting. So it's 1st and 10, but it puts them all the way back at their own 29. ELS says, King, for Thursday night game, should make a Halloween scoreboard. ELS, if you remember last year, I did. So I'm way ahead of you on that one. Maybe I'll do a Halloween scoreboard. Maybe I'll do one nice and spooky, scary. Maybe I'll put some ladies in costume around. Maybe, get a little spookiness, get a little spooky, scary. Some witches and black cats, as you will. So 1st and 10, but they're all the way back to 29 now. After the 15-yard penalty. To Rasheed Rice for tossing the ball at the guy's head. Like, come on. So Pacheco gets the handoff, and he's going to get 13 yards. 1st down. So gets almost all of that penalty yardage back. And the Chiefs, I think, are just on a motor right now. They have all the momentum. He was not trying to toss it to the official, Troy. Stop it. Handoff to Pacheco again, and he's going to fight his way for about 4 yards on that gain. End of the 6th, still tied at 4 at Chavez Ravine. Mahomes, he escapes the pressure, looks, throws. That's going to be caught by Gray. And that's going to be a first down at the Redskins 40-yard line. Oh, and we've got a player down for the Skins. Javon Kinlaw down for the Redskins, and that is not something you want to see. ELS with question 17 in the chat as we're winding down here on this Thursday night football. Where was the first citywide Halloween celebration in the United States? Ah, man. I just watched a thing about this, too, because, again, Halloween, as we know, it wasn't really a thing. And it was made, this one lady was like, you know, we see all the youth out there doing shit. Like, they're getting in trouble. They're causing problems. Like, there was no, like, Halloween celebrations. There really only was ever Mischief Night or Devil's Night. So it was like, that's really all that was ever going on. And she was like, hey, why don't we do, like, a party and do, like, a get-together and do, like, bobbing for apples and games and costumes. Let's see if we get these kids in costumes and costume contests and have them go around and ask for candy from people. Like, it was a whole thing. Like, that's kind of where it started, like, 1916 or something like that is where it started. And it was like in a small town. It might have been in New Jersey. It might actually have been New Jersey. I can't remember. It's either New Jersey or somewhere out in the Midwest. Not Salem. It is not Salem. It was either Jersey or it was like Illinois or something. It was like somewhere out in the Midwest, some small town out in the Midwest. One or the other. The name of the town escapes me. But I know the story. I just don't know the town. Kareem Hunt with the catch gets again a 7 or 8. They're actually going to make it 8. 2nd and 2 coming up from the Redskins' 31-yard line. Anoka, Minnesota. Why does that not seem right to me? It doesn't strike me as right, but I don't know. Mahomes fakes the end around, then throws down the field. Was looking for Gray, cannot find him. Low snap. Rashee Rice is going to get that. Breaks it to the outside of the left. And that's going to get it down to about the 20-yard line. First down, Chiefs. 9-10 and counting remaining. Monday night, Cardinals versus Cowboys. Go Cards, go. I would start if I'm the Cardinals. Even if Murray's healthy, I'm starting Brissett. I think Brissett has played far better. This game started off good, but kind of got boring here in the second half. I'll be honest with you. I was really jacked about this game early on. The first half was really fun and exciting. This second half has been boring as shit. Mahomes throws over the middle. Rashee Rice, touchdown! Rashee Rice, finally! Finally, my boy gives me a touchdown. That's all I got to root for now in this game. I don't have any rooting interest anyway. As a Giants fan, I should be rooting against the Redskins as it is. Snap, hold, kick up, and it is good. 28-7. With 7:52 remaining in this game, that's going to all but wrap this one up here, ladies and gentlemen. Mahomes has 46 career touchdown game with 3 touchdowns, by the way. Now down only by 40 points. Hey, listen, you never know. You never know, EOS. Stranger things have happened. Question 18 here from ELS. Says, what candy was given to soldiers in battle in the Korean War? What candy was given to soldiers in battle? Is that M&M's? Might have been M&M's. M&M's were everywhere. Yeah, I needed Bill Krosky Merritt to have a big game today, and he only had 7.5 points. I needed him and Rashee Rice to both have a big game. And Rashee's only had 28. He's only got 28.5 points. And Krosky's only got 7.5 points. So that kills me. That killed me. I needed a good offensive back and forth battle. Pecan says jawbreakers. Tootsie Rolls. Look at that. I didn't know that. I know they used to give them a lot of shit. They had the tropical Hershey bars, that wouldn't melt in the tropical heat. They had M&Ms and stuff that was. And the kickoff is away. What do you mean Swift is in the game? I didn't see Swift. Was she there? Did you see her? ELS, tell me where you saw her. Tell me where you saw my baby. How come I didn't see it? Did they show that on the other cast and not this one? Because I was watching the I was watching that, but I didn't see her there. How did we all miss her? How did we all miss that? Especially because Kelsey scored. I was staring at the screen. I was like, oh, they're going to show her, they're going to show her, they're going to show her. And I didn't see her pop up on the screen. Because that's a different broadcast. Look at the graphic on the bottom. That's a different we must have missed it somehow. Or is that because that has to be going back to commercial one, because that's not the Monday Night Football score graphic. They have the bar in the bottom. So where is that from? Because that wasn't on a broadcast we watched. Weird. Mariota, he skirts away there. And what was that, 2nd and 18 or whatever? It gets 3rd and 9. Now I'm upset. They've been keeping well, you know what? Technically, I guess she was on there somewhere. And we know that she is there, so. Okay. We get the one. They have to be shut. That had to be. Was that the Manning cast broadcast, maybe? Or maybe the international broadcast? Something. I don't know. Mariota in and out of the hands of Ertz. Falls incomplete, 4th and 9. 6:59 remaining. And Washington's going to punt. They're just conceding this game, I think, at this point. Oh, it must have been when they were going to break. Kansas City returns that ball all the way up to their own 39, 1st and 10. Yeah, no, it must have been going to break. I don't know how I missed that. Damn. I missed my baby girl. Oh, we got a flag. Illegal block in the back. Illegal block in the back. Illegal block in the back on the Chiefs. And so that's going to make 9 flags for the game. I was hoping we'd stay under. You know, we got 6 minutes and 46 seconds to not get another flag and stay under 10. We'll see if we can do that. Pecan in the chat says, are these Chiefs Super Bowl contenders? I think so. I think we've awoken the sleeping giant. I think they're starting to catch. They got a lot of their players obviously back. You got Rashee Rice back. They're got the full wide receiver core there. Defense looked shaky to start this game, and I think maybe if the Redskins had a kicker, they would be able to put a little bit more points on the board, and maybe you're talking about momentum, maybe a little different. Who knows what happens after that? But as things stand now and the way the Chiefs have played their last couple of games here, hard to say that it's, the Chiefs. The Chiefs is the Chiefs, I think. And we're seeing that right now. Pecan. ELS, question 19. How many calories are in an average trick-or-treater's Halloween stash? 20,000. I'll say 20,000 calories. I'll say 20,000. A lot of sugar in that motherfucker. A lot of sugar. Sugar burns a lot of calories. You got a lot. You better, do the calorie test where you put the thing on the thing and burns the flame. It's like a Bunsen burner or flame science class. Fun stuff. 20,000. 20,000 calories. So everybody's such a goddamn fat ass in this country, including me. I'm a fat ass. I've got diabetes. What do you want from me? But yeah, Pecan, I agree with you. I think well, I don't agree with you. I think to answer your question, I do think the Chiefs, we have to consider them now to be one of the contenders in the AFC. ELS says, "Oh, I was wrong by about half, or over half. Sorry, 11,000 calories roughly is the average trick or treater's bag." Oh, Blue Jays back on top in the top of the 7th. They got 2 on, 2 out, up 5-4. Chiefs are facing a 2nd and 6 now from their own 19. Oh, and Mahomes is going to be sacked. And they're going to throw a flag on it.
But too bad your ass got sacked.
So I think that takes away the sack, which is... He didn't land on him. He threw him down. That's dumb. That's momentum. What are we doing? And there we go. We've lost our hope of not having a double-digit flag game. We've got double digits. We've got 10 flags thrown in the game. Boo! ELS in the chat says, "Fuck you, refs." To which all I can say is, you can buy your now brand new into the store today. Fuck the refs. Hoodies and t-shirts available right now in the Stay Tuned Sports merch store. You go to bit.ly/Stay Tuned merch. That's bit.ly/Stay Tuned merch. Link also in the top of the chat and in the description below this video to get yourself your brand new Fuck the Refs hoodie or t-shirt right now at the Stay Tuned Sports merch store. Always be selling, ELS. Always be selling. So now, 2nd and 10 from the Kansas City 23. We got after that penalty. Mahomes throws to Worthy. Worthy now trying to cut all the way across the field, and he gets there. My God, gets the first down. Like that was looking like a bad decision. But when you're fast, I guess that covers up for a lot of stupidity. I suppose being fast makes it okay to be stupid. Pecan says, "Hey, enjoyed it in here, fellas. Going to listen to the end of the World Series. Go do that, Pecan. Enjoy yourself. Let's go, not Canada, in that one. Enjoy the rest of your evening, Pecan. Have a great, great evening. As this game is winding down here, almost done. Like I said, it got a little boring here towards the end, a little bit of blowout territory. And that just is what it is. Unfortunately, every now and then in the NFL, you're going to get blowout territory. You're going to have all these things happening. I'm trying to get more information to see what we know about that unfortunate Penguins fan who fell. Don't know if he was drunk. I don't know what happened. Apparently, somebody said it happened during one of the goals. Pittsburgh scored, and he fell. Handoff here to Rashee Rice, and Rashee Rice is going to get a... Are they going to say he's down? They're going to say it's a fumble. We have a flag down. But Pacheco appears to be hurt. Oh! Oh! Knees aren't supposed to do that. And I think they called holding on the Chiefs. Oh. Oh, no. Oh. Oh, the fact that he's still limping or walking at all is something. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oh, dear my Lord, sweet God, ow. Question 20 here from ELS. He says, what item is banned in California on Halloween? Everything? Fun? Any kind of costume? Everything is cultural appropriation. You're not allowed to wear that. You want to have fun? You can't. You can't have candy. Candy's going to make you fat. You can't have any candy. You can't have fun. Well, you want to go around to other people's houses and ring doorbells? It's dangerous. And not only that, but what if they don't want to hear you go there? No, you can't do that. That's banned. That's banned. That's banned. By the way, your candy's going to be taxed. You have to give 50% of your candy to the state of California as a tax. We got to give it to prisoners and the homeless or whatever. No, everything's banned in California. Fuck California. ELS says the answer is your mom, you motherfucker. You got me, ELS. That's a good one. You son of a bitch. Every now and then, your mom joke will always work. Your mom always works. Real answer is silly string. I get that, but they should. There's other shit to worry about. You're worried about silly string. Meanwhile, people are getting fucking murdered everywhere, and it's like, that's not a problem. ELS says, boom. I was ready for that. You got that quick draw. You were pretty good. You're pretty good on that one. I'll give you that. I'll give you credit for that one. 5-4, still in the World Series, bottom of the 7th. Home run. Ohtani hit another one. And we're tied at 5. Ohtani in this game has been 4 for 4. 2 home runs, 3 runs, 3 RBIs. Holy shit. Question 21, what is the most popular Halloween candy in America? Reese's Peanut Butter Cups. The mini cups, the big cups, whatever. Some form of Reese's Peanut Butter Cup. I'll say that. I think that is, right now as we speak, I think that's the most popular one. Reese's Peanut Butter Cups. I called it. I know it. 3rd and 9. Rashee Rice takes that ball. It's going to be 4th and 6 from the Kansas City 38, and it looks like they will punt. Most of Arrowhead has emptied out, as again, they thought the end of this, the fourth quarter was boring. We've thought the fourth quarter was boring. But we put the 4 up for a reason. We're here for the whole game, ladies and gentlemen. That's why we are here. ELS still giving us the trivia questions, which we thank you so much, ELS, for doing that. And I think it's only us in here now. Pecan's left. He's gone to watch the rest of the World Series, which he saw Ohtani blast one out and tie that game up. Redskins, they're going to get the ball, return it to the 20 on the return, and that is where they will take over with 2:16 remaining here in the fourth quarter. It's time to run this sucker out. Looks like ELS will win the fantasy matchup again. Second win over me this year so far for the train tubers over the coal miners, 225 to 187. Their timeout ended earlier on because I had them. They were in timeout for 24 hours. So a little past what I think what would be 8:30 around, somewhere around there is when the timeout ended. So they were free to come in if they wanted to. Whatever, whatever that is, it is, again. And I don't mind it. I've talked to them. I've talked to Lloyd anyway. Hamster is who Hamster is, so that is what it is. But I've talked to Lloyd about it. I've let him know what the deal is. And if he wants to come back and participate, be part of the community, he's more than welcome to. And he's free to. If not, that just is what it is. That's going to be a gain of 5 yards there on second down, 3rd and 5 at the 2-minute warning. We are at the 2-minute warning here on Monday Night Football. (28-7), Chiefs lead the Redskins. As we're just letting this one wind on down on this Monday night, I got to put together because what did I have last week? Because I don't think I wasn't able to do a countdown last week. Probably going to try to do one tomorrow. Let me go to the vertical display here. What do we got over here? Let me pull this down because I think I still have everything here, so it should show up. Because I think I got my booty cheeks here. Yes, I do. And this was after last week. I had the Ravens, I had the Titans, Dolphins, Giants, and Jets. That's going to move around a little bit. I don't know how much more the Jets are going to go up. They might go up a little bit. Giants might go down a little bit. Question 22, what were the first ever fun-size candy bars? I want to say it was either Three Musketeers. I'll say Three Musketeers. I think Three Musketeers were the first fun-size bars. Dolphins might move up. Titans, no. Ravens, so the Booty Cheeks 5 might be different tomorrow. Booty Cheeks 5 might be real different tomorrow. That's going to be, I think that might be a real big change there. Bengals might have to go down back into the Booty Cheeks 5. We'll see. We'll see how it breaks down. Again, I think the Giants and Jets clearly are there. I don't know if they're going to swap spots or not. The Jets are still 1-7. Giants 2-6. And not good. Snickers and Milky Way, both of them. Okay, I thought it might have been Three Musketeers were the first one, but there's that. And then as far as the top 12, I had Colts at 1, Lions at 2. Lions are on a bye. Rams are on a bye. Seahawks are on a bye. Niners lost. Patriots won and looked good. I think the Patriots might get a move up. Buccaneers won. They're going to probably get a move up there. Niners will probably move down a little bit. Packers are going to get a move up. Bills are on a bye. The Bears might be a move down. And the Broncos, I'm still not sold on them. So they'll get a move up. Not a ton. I don't think the Broncos are going to get a big move up. And then I think we'll have a couple new teams in there. I think the Chiefs are going to be in there now. I was debating whether I was going to put them in last week, and I think I should have. and I didn't. I probably should have put him where I had the Bears, just because I wasn't 1,000% sold on the Bears. But I was like, I'll put the Bears in there for now. I think I'm going to have to change that and move that. There's a flag there. Free play down the field. Interception doesn't matter because it's going to come back on the offsides. But, yeah. So there'll be something. The top, I think, is going to remain mostly the same because most of those teams are on a bye. So nobody's really moving. And plus the Colts won, again, rather spectacularly against the Titans. So Mariota throws over the middle. McNichols, he's going to get 9 yards, 2nd and 1. 142, 41, 140 remaining. He's for missing a timeout. Why? Was it an injured player or something? I don't know. I missed something. Mariota stumbles. He had the first down, but he fumbled the ball backwards, so it's going to be 3rd and 1 because he fumbled the ball backwards. ELS, for right now, we'll see if this changes tomorrow during the show or not. ELS, he says his top 12 as it stands right now, 12. He's got the Eagles, 11 the Broncos, 10 the 49ers, 9 the Broncos in there twice, 8 the Bills, 7 the Seahawks, 6 the Lions. Oh, Steelers at 11. Okay. You still have the Steelers in? You still have the Steelers in? All right. 12 Eagles, 11 Steelers, 10 49ers, 9 Broncos, 8 Bills, 7 Seahawks, 6 Lions, 5 Buccaneers, 4 Packers. That's a little high, I think, personally. 3 Patriots, 2 Rams, and 1 Colts. That's where ELS has his top 12. Having the Lions down at 6 and the Packers at 4. Or like the Rams, like I don't know. If Lloyd was in here, he'd be pissed at you. Mariota's going to throw across his body, and that one is intercepted. And that's going to end the game now with 12 seconds left. As it goes there, the Chiefs are going to be able to kneel this one down. There's a flag, though. You can't end the game without having another flag. This game was going so well with less flags. That's why the second half sucked. The first half, we had, 4 flags? Not even. We had 2. We had 2 flags in the first half. 2 flags in the first half. And then you notice, so we've had 11 flags in the second half alone. And what happened? The second half sucked ass. Second half sucked. First half was good. Why? Less flags. Right there. Just to let you know. By the way, just to let you know, in case you wanted to know, Fuck the Ref shirts available right now over at the Stay Tuned Sports Store. bit.ly/Stay Tuned Merch. bit.ly/Stay Tuned Merch, or the link in the top of the chat or in the description below. You can click on that, go over there, and buy yourself brand new, hot off the press, available just this afternoon. These NFL Fuck the Ref shirts available right now over at the Stay Tuned Sports Merch Store. And there it is. The kneel down, the end of the game, mercifully, is here. Ladies and gentlemen, the Kansas City Chiefs have defeated the Washington Redskins. They advance to 5-3. The Redskins fall to 3-5. That is the Chiefs' 9th straight win against Washington. That is the longest current active streak versus an opponent. And it looked like this was going to be a good game, and then it turned out to be quite the snoozer in the second half. Shame. First half was great. Second half sucked. Yeah, you're doing not bad in the Fantasy League ELS. I was hoping to tie you in our league, but was unable to do so, as you could see. You have won 225 to 187, so that is that. Chiefs had 432 total yards today compared to the Redskins 260. Both teams had 2 turnovers. Yeah, lots of just everything. Chiefs were 4 for 4 in the red zone. Redskins were 1 for 2. And the Chiefs had 9 minutes more time of possession. So the Eagles are going to win the NFC East by default here from what it looks like. But there it is, ladies and gentlemen. That's the end of Monday Night Football. Thank you so much for joining us here on State 2 Sports. I wish we had a better second half. I wish the game went a little bit better. I wish we saw more Taylor Swift. Apparently, we missed her the one time she was on the air today. But I still got the number one in there. And we got to see her cute little picture down there because she's nice. She's very hot. Titties are popping. Titties be popping in that picture. Let's be honest. Taylor, in this whole showgirl era, you can describe the showgirl era in 3 simple words. Titties be popping. And I love it. I love that for her. Thank you so much. I love that journey for you, Taylor. Anyway, thank you so much for joining us here on Stay Tuned Sports. If you liked any part of this show, please hit that like button, hit that share button, and if you haven't yet, please hit that subscribe button as we're on the road to 1,000 subscribers and hopefully getting monetized here on the YouTubes. If you want to help us out a little bit more directly, since we don't have super chats or membership or anything, you can go help us out there at our donation station at Buy Me a Coffee. We have the link down in the description below. Also, we have our merch store down there as well. The link is there if you want to go see that. Plus, brand new merch in there today, the Fuck the Ref shirts. You can go buy that right now at the Stay Tuned Sports merch store right now. Just go down there and click it. bit.ly/Stay Tuned merch. You want it, you can go get it right now. Hoodies and t-shirts available as we speak. So until we see you next time, probably for the countdown tomorrow here on Stay Tuned Sports, my name is King. This has been Stay Tuned Sports. Everybody have a great rest of your Monday evening.